When last we left off with our intrepid heroes, we were on the other side of the world. But before that, do you remember what last happened in the city of Arwold? Yes, you did. You returned back to Arwold, met with the rest of the people at the council that you had initially gone out from, and paid your dues to join the school. And off you went. They were offered a scholarship if they had. Ah, that's not the right one. You had the option of attending on a scholarship, but that had to do with the Owlbear mission that you didn't complete. We'll see. No, that was the council member that you forcefully replaced. Feed him. Obviously, he was hungry. Counselor Jonathan was here for help. It did. And now his brother is working on the council. Yeah. That's a. He died while going out for his own wedding. And that is when everything fell apart. But here we are now. Right. But here we are now within the academy itself. You met your teachers. You kind of left off picking your houses within the military academy and kind of setting forth through everything. You other two, you should have assigned extra characters under Academy Recruits. You will have to update your own art onto that token, as it is currently a blank token with a name. See, otherwise it's boom and boom. Oh, for that matter, I'm gonna kidnap you all. Into Lecture Hall 1. You sign up for every class that we choose to associate you with. You will take whatever class that you are assigned. The first week of your attendance at the academy has been mostly a whirlwind of new schedules being forced on you. You're all kept in a mostly group dormitory. The academy itself has separate areas for each of the houses so that they can kind of operate separately, but not without knowledge of one another. And you're kind of slowly trying to get accustomed to this new regularity that will be the next 6 months for you. This is your new norm. But even as this time has passed, it's been almost a feeling of tension in the air. As the first week begins coming to a close, you can tell as the headmistress, Elsbeth, is being extremely stiff even for herself. Even though she is a very stiff laced, very high British society teacher, she seems overly scornful today, overly strict on everything that's happening in this, what is normally a history of the kingdom class. This is meant to be a study of previous actions of the kingdom, things that had happened in both society and wartime, just various studies of what people have done and how you can use it for your own knowledge today. But she kind of stops, holding on to the edge of her lectern here, pinches her eyes for a moment and pulls her glasses off. Students, I'm afraid today that we're going to have a bit of a visitor, and I need all of you to be on your just best behavior for all of this. I understand that you're not always the best at this sort of thing, but can you please do that today? Man, why is it being terrible? So, okay, roll me insight. And unfortunately, for those of you who have uploaded art, you have to upload it into the token art now. They, for some reason, changed it. Because I discovered this earlier, mid doing something, when doing that didn't correct it. With an 18 insight, you can see where she is extremely stressed. Whomever she is expecting is not somebody that she is accustomed to having to deal with on a regular occasion, but it is somebody that you know is going to be of high importance. Mm. This is a day to put aside our differences and try to behave for the good of all of us, for the good of Arwold and the good of the king. And she says this, she even slowly looks over to the side desk in the corner of her classroom that the teacher's assistant is forced to sit at. We will all be behaved. Not like the last time you were here. Are there any questions? Not everybody at once.
I'm the TA. I don't have any questions. I already know all this shit.
I'm sorry, I zoned off there for a moment. What were you talking about?
Wonderful. So, like I said, just
Like real school.
behave.
You got it, Professor Skillicorn.
Oh, well, just wonderful. Now, if you'll please turn your books to page 35. And as she begins going, you hear the clarion sound of trumpets. And you watch as her eyes snap to the back of the room and suddenly focus on the door before standing up straight and slowly pulling down the creases and folds of her shirt, blouse, cummerbund, every single layer of her body, of her bodice and self, and slowly begins to walk towards the back of the classroom in the same kind of practiced manner that you see her walk whenever she is obviously being watched, whenever she has to do a certain attention. If you will all line up, I believe that we are needed in the front hall. You know what? Yes, I am. This is a good
Where's the
point to do
door?
this.
Oh, right there.
I'll get you there in a second. Give me a moment. I'm lining up faculty. Boop. 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 As you line up and Ocasio opens the door, you begin filing down the hallway.
Choo choo.
As you near the front, rounding past the dining hall and the student dorm wing that you're used to, you can already see where the doors are held open and the rest of the staff and faculty are standing at attention in the
I'm
hallway
sorry. Are they
beyond.
throwing? Are those rose petals or is that blood?
That's rose petals.
Oh, thank God. Like, I do not need to get the munchies right now.
Why? See, you don't have to see blood everywhere, I promise.
Do y'all see it? It kind of looks a little bit like blood. Because, like, all the petals are to the side. Except maybe a few at the top. I don't know.
Okay.
It's raining blood.
They're not all to one side. They're all over it. And I specifically had to change it to make it look more like rose petals. That's why you have like the big fat blob.
Mm-mm. They look like smears of blood. I was like, oh.
As you all line up in attention, you watch as guards file into the room, one by one. Making sure that each of you are standing promptly at the side of the room, if you will. watching you, studying you, basically trying to be Secret Surface. It's towards the end of this that you hear heavy footsteps down a separate hallway. And you watch as Joffrey helps a limping Olin into the room. Once he gets him kind of back in line and position, he stands up straight. You can see him kind of the pauldrons of the armor kind of roll backwards as the helmet kind of cracks itself back and forth. And you see as the embered eyes within just kind of glow the same warm red. And then through the doorway you see the horse and the regal, armored form of the king. For the first time you see the holy sword of Bodshi. The item that you have seen people holding replicas in their hands around their neck and kissing for blessing. One that other characters saw an entire church for in a borderland trading town. And one that some of you saw a different statue holding aloft in their hands. With the practiced grace that only an elf can provide, the king easily dismounts in their armor and begins graciously walking into the academy, meeting everybody's eyes, slowly walking, shaking their hands one by one, and making their way down the procession. And now I'll turn it over to them.
Hello, one. Hello, all. How is everyone doing this evening?
Oh, your majesty, Elspeth moves forward. We have been expecting your wonderful yearly visit here at the academy. I know that you're quite busy as you move around in the very important happenstance of our kingdom here, but we do look forward to your yearly visit as you look at our graduating class of seniors coming up. And we do hope that they are wonderful this year and will make the best knights our kingdom has ever seen. We know that their erudite studies are going to be of a great bounty to the kingdom.
Oh, Elspeth, I know you will only give me the best soldiers anyone could ever hope to have.
Oh, thank you, King. I do hope so. It didn't give you your nameplate.
How are all of you faring in your studies?
Why do you sound like Snape?
You leave other people's voice alone.
And turn to page 394.
394.
394.
He slowly walks down the aisle, looking at each of you, waiting to see if you'll answer his question about your studies.
I think right now Hubbard is more busy studying him. Like, kind of, yeah. I get getting a general vibe check out of him.
Roll me insight.
I think I'm not going to make eye contact since
Mm.
my father lost his dukedom because the king took it away. So he's just not going to make eye contact with the king because he ruined my life.
Love it. From the king, he seems like a genuine article. He's walking with the same practiced grace that you'd expect. He's smiling at you expectantly, looking at you as if somebody who does understand things from a different perspective of what you are at currently. He seems to genuinely look at you and not over you. And he is meeting each person's gaze, if they meet his, with a smile. Never so slight, but it's still a smile.
I feel like Hubbard is like not defiantly, but he is holding the king's gaze and just studies proceeding, I would say, nicely to find the best way to root out the enemies of the kingdom, wherever
Oh,
they may be.
perfect. Wherever they may be, hopefully nowhere.
Well, there's a few up north.
A few up north, you say? This is the first time hearing of it.
Hubbard is definitely looking at like all the fucking teachers. Like, uh-huh. Really?
Well, should there be something up north, it should be no problem for adventurers like you once you graduate.
Of course, it's just an army of demons after all.
Nigel's gonna yawn and be like, "There's Halbarod, that lower stock always making up stories to make himself sound more important than he really is. Our studies go slowly because of people like him."
Would you instead rather us rush them and not learn them at all?
I'm sorry it takes you 2 weeks to learn something that I learn in a day.
Yes, but your movements are sloppy and your sword work is horrendous.
Gonna let lightning
While you were
rattle on my
laying with
fingers.
holes, I was learning the blade. Sorry.
Who needs a blade when I can blast you with lightning?
I'll do this here.
I love
Bo, Valna did tell you a small bit about the king because she left kind of the kingdom shortly after the time that King Whisper took the throne. They, in fact, worked alongside him when they were younger and growing up, kind of both coming from the north and working their way into the knighthood and everything. But it's more of what Valna saw in the tournament that pushed her out of the knighthood.
They know that he is technically originally from their area, from
Yeah.
the north.
Yeah. And I mean, like I
And,
said before, he is obviously of elven descent.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna look up at him and try to catch eye contact, unless he's getting a stare down from Halvard.
I don't think it's this. I mean, at this point, Halbarad is engaged in it, and the king is just kind of engaging them back. It's not. You don't. You honestly don't sense aggression
Okay. From Halvard or
from the king. I mean, I'll let Halbarad dictate if Halbarad's got aggression. I won't speak for the Frenchman talking to a politician.
Do you hear
Um,
the people sing? Now, how about he's not displaying aggression? First, because that would be fucking stupid. Right now, there's like a dozen armed guards that are like royal guards. But also, I feel like Hubbard is more curious about whether the king really has no idea. And if he really has no idea, who the fuck is at fault of not telling him about the fact that, you know, there's a demon army up north that took an entire city worth of his people as slaves.
Mm-hmm. And that is the very interesting question. Where does the buck stop? Where is the information going? So with that in mind, Bo, are you doing anything else? Saying anything with that?
I was probably gonna be like, excuse me, Your Majesty, is it true that you're from, I forget the starting city or near there? Egerles?
It is.
Because I'm from there.
You are. Wonderful. Tell me, does the bakery still exist there?
The one in downtown or the one in uptown? Because, you know, one of them's better.
I vastly prefer the uptown one. How about you?
You're right, uptown's probably a better bread. I'd say downtown maybe a better crepe.
Oh, true. I've never been much of a crepe person myself. Maybe if I
Wow.
find myself in the area, I'll have to try.
Did you know Valna?
Dylan is reading. Yes.
Yeah.
Why,
That's
yes.
exactly who I was mentioning there and everything. Yep.
I love the pause and the DM type. Yes, I do know Valna.
The one shot I played in for this was what, a year and a half ago at this point?
Something like that. Maybe 2 at this point.
Yes, I did. Are you
Wow.
close with Valna?
Really? She was my mentor for a very long time, but I'm sorry to say
wonderful.
that she passed recently.
Oh, that's so bad. How long ago?
DM? How long has that been? Weeks, months, days?
No, it's I'm trying. It's been at least.
Or is it 6 months because we're in our arc of school, or?
Well, you're in your 6-month arc.
Okay.
But I think it's been about 6 weeks at this point.
Okay.
Oh, so very recently, huh?
very tragic. She got taken down by a crazy demon. It was crazy. I don't cry, but I
Gonna-
look like I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna pat my darling angel's back.
That is simply very sad to hear. We shall have a feast in her honor today. I'll make sure of it.
Oh, I don't know if you need to do all that, but it is nice to know that you remember her and that you will continue to remember her.
We will. We of this kingdom appreciate those who were our friends in the past, in the present, and the future.
Wow. I'm gonna just nod solemnly.
The king will pat you on the shoulder.
Pat, pat.
I make a face.
Getting all the pat.
I think the king clacks the face and just says, "My apologies. Didn't mean to intrude and take your pat time."
Appreciate. I go back to patting.
Head pat, 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 pat.
Now, one of you mentioned light.
Light, your grace?
Lightning. One of your students mentioned lightning.
I believe that was one of the one-shot people.
So much more efficient than swords, don't you agree?
Yeah, that was just.
Nope, that's still.
Yeah.
I
Link was saying something about lightning earlier.
feel as though I may agree if I had anything but my sword. I should be interested to see this lightning casting you're talking of. Though not in this hall or during our celebratory meal.
Well, you've heard him. Outside?
Oh, Elspeth, we don't have to hurry. I'll be here for a while today.
Well, yes, your grace, but this way we know that we can take care of everything appropriately. I can transition the map. Pivot?
Oh my god, the map is trans. Congratulations.
I made a training ground.
God, they're trains in our maps.
Did you say trains?
Planes and automobiles.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you got extra turned upside down. Some of you got less.
Of course, Frank got turned at a weird angle.
Damn it. And you see as, where is he? Joffrey begins to move over and move targets into place for you.
Is that just a name you chose, or like?
I didn't pick the name.
Okay.
All of these names were picked by other people naming them and writing the characters.
Pretty sure Joffrey's
Okay.
parents picked his name for him.
Why?
I just was making sure. I didn't know if it was like Joffrey.
Oh no,
You know.
this is an older, very very ripped gentleman that believes in striking to the beat.
Oh.
You would know this gentleman because he helps teach the Might School.
Oh.
He helps teach in Chimeron.
So, Joffrey, what you lifting? 113 kilos around?
15 bags.
Bags, huh? Okay.
Lines up all of... He kind of pushes targets into a line for you. He's a little used to various magical studies and everything and understands your kind of best choice of targets to learn how to cast most of these spells. So he lines up a straight line of targets and then just kind of gestures over, and you can see as he raises up what looks like a drumstick with a little flag on the end. All right! Prepare your spells! And fire! If you're shooting a lightning bolt, I want to see the roll.
Oh, I mean, if we're gonna do that, I'm gonna just walk over here, so there's an entire line of them.
Oh, no. Like, don't worry about where they physically... That's what I was saying. Like, he's physically lining up a row. Like, they're a part of the map. I cannot move them around. But he is positioning a straight line of targets down the center for you.
Bro, you got
And I
this.
just wanna
No
make sure I
performance
hit-
anxiety.
I just wanted to make sure, like, I hit all 4 of them.
Oh, no, that was
within
my
this straight
point, was
line.
he is very purposefully making it so you're hitting multiple targets from the front.
Need to pop a little blue mushroom. Okay.
Okay. You let loose. The targets easily fail their unmoving dex score, and the lightning cascades out of your hands, flying through the targets, shredding a few of them, leaving other ones damaged and split slightly from the lightning that has traveled through them. You see as some of the guards clap a little bit at the display of magic, as not all of them have it as their guards and not knights.
And then I just yawn, bored, and get back in class line.
The king was clapping very enthusiastically. And when you come back, he goes, "And you can just do that?
Yes.
Incredible! Who's next?"
Wait, are we showing off talents?
All right, what am I lining up next?
I think this elf by me can turn into animals.
That's true. Is this? I thought this was like a distance thing, or are we saying it's
Then be
melee thing
whatever you
also?
want.
I just line up the targets. What do you need?
Yeah, is there something I could tackle, or? And then I turn into, I think I have Panther or something on there. Let me check my stuff.
I elbow Joffrey and I'm like, that's my partner.
Just like the I hit that. Damn it.
Is it an extras? Yeah, that's where Wild Shape is. Yeah, I can turn into a panther. So I will do that, and I will just go to town on whatever the probably not something I can tear into.
I'm so trying to get to second base tonight.
All right,
The
I have a
king
target.
leans in your direction and goes, I understand.
Joffrey
Taking
kind
it
of
slow, old school.
runs and pulls out one of the dummy stuffed targets and kind of places it over the target board and everything and lines it up for you so it has some mass to it.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess the panther attack is called Rend, and it's a +5.
Do it!
It's not that much damage though. Crap.
Why is it just making things appear now? I believe in you.
+5. So,
Make a roll.
or I guess it's not showing. I rolled it, but it's not coming up on.
Boo!
I rolled an 11, so +5 is 16.
Well, that will hit. Give me some damage.
D6 plus. Sorry, D6 plus 3.
Oh yeah, I'm letting him go in the shirt for sure.
5. I do 5 damage to the soft dummy.
Hay flies as cloth is shredded on the dummy. It doesn't quite destroy the target itself, but you see as the obvious physical representation of a person is rent from your claws.
And then I
I'm clapping.
drop back and I groom myself a little.
Legs straight up in the
In
air.
that pleased cat way.
I pet you some more.
Same dynamic. Interesting.
I'll step up next and just like
What am I lining up?
don't worry about it. It's fine as it is. Yeah, I'll basically walk up to like the center of the field over there, and I'll point to one of the guards, and basically just like, you, if you don't mind, throw your spear at me, and I'm gonna hold catapult until like right before the spear hits me, I'm gonna catapult it to one of the targets.
Okay.
Which is literally just somatic, so I just stand there and then just wave my hand pointing 2 fingers to one of the targets.
Okay. Roll me Arcana. Just don't roll terrible. Because you're trying to
Okay.
catch it as they're tossing it to you. Essentially with it.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay.
It did not flip back onto the 3, so that's good.
That is
Proceeds to get
definitely possible.
impaled by the spear. I got it.
And this is my talent. I'm not dead. Ow. Medic.
So one of the spear holding soldiers kind of walks over and tosses you the spear, and as it
Oh, yeah, not even like tossing it to me, just like throwing it at me, like he's trying to hit me.
you rolled high enough
Yeah.
on the Arcana, so you got it. I'm giving you the rule of cool in this moment, so it doesn't matter.
Nice.
So he lines up and kind of looks at you for the nod, and he kind of just shrugs and looks at his friends, and then throws his spear. And as it, you know what? Why not? Let's do a roll, just see how well he threw it.
I'm not moving or trying to dodge the attack, so
He throws terribly, as it is.
Mm.
As it's coming towards you, though, as it gets to about here, it freezes in air as your spell.
I just planted on that one.
And then everybody watches as the spear blurs in an opposite direction and plants itself immediately into the target, as it vibrates violently with the power of the weapon striking it.
Go Halby!
Like as I walk back, I kind of pass by Nigel and just like, and I didn't even have to say a word for it.
One target. How cute.
Very impressive.
All right. Well, I didn't have to move anything that time, so it worked out. So, anyone else?
I need you to put me, a dummy, far away.
Okay.
Just choose Halbarad. He has legs.
Like 150 feet away.
I've only got so far!
That's fine.
The
That's
old
fine.
man
That's
run.
fine. Cast Hunter's Mark on that thing. I guess. Okay. That's if I hit it. Right. Do you do it after or before? Before.
The damage is on hit.
Right. So just didn't know if you had to call it before doing it.
I mean, you're using
Anyway.
a bonus action or whatever. That will indeed hit.
Okay, I'm also going to Dreadful Strike
I know it might
her.
be surprising, but a 28 hits the unmoving target.
I'm also
It
going to
actually
Dreadful
just
Strike
misses.
her. So that plus my force damage. Oh, did I roll damage on it? No, I
No.
didn't. Of course you
See,
give me a 1, you fucking... Sorry.
but even without all of that, the real question is, are you activating the magic inside of your bow?
Yes.
Okay. With that, as you, I will definitely give you the center ring on that target. The arrow strikes it. Suddenly, a momentary time, a green bolt that follows the arrow strikes the center, quickly beginning to dissolve the area around where the shaft has struck, until eventually the arrow falls out of the target as a irregular hole has been eaten into it.
I'm going to turn to the king and I'm going to say, and bats with one eye.
Impressive. Acid arrows, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He kind of leans in a little
Found
bit
an
and he
acid
goes,
root.
or poison. I've never really been good at the difference.
Halbarad in the back, like
Yeah, Yeah, my buddy Halby, he installed the rune for me.
Wonderful.
Quite
A
the
good
smith
team
he
needs
is.
teamwork, and it seems like you guys are getting that down.
Oh yeah, we all love each other very much. It's like a dysfunctional little family. You know, like if there was a family that was like really strange and they lived in a big house together and they had like a pet hand. We don't have a pet hand. It'd be cool if we did, but we don't. It's
The
like that.
king kind of stares at her for a little bit and then turns to Bo like with a look like, is that a normal thing that she's saying?
Bo's AFK at the
Bo's
moment.
AFK. I'm going to imagine
Oh,
they give a kind of
okay.
shrug in that moment.
Yeah. And then I look back and go, no, of course, yes.
Or they're just they're enjoying the scritches because they're a panther, right?
Yes, we'll go with that.
How about is just leading the back? Like, unfortunately, it's something that we've grown accustomed to.
Yeah. I'm the annoying sidekick. I just say what's on my mind.
And that's good. Every
I
team needs
embrace it.
one.
So after everyone else goes, I'm gonna step forward and pull out my fiddle. And have you ever seen the movie Kung Fu Hustle?
Yes.
You know, where they're playing the instruments and throwing the magical javelins?
Yes.
I'm going to start playing a jaunty little tune on my fiddle and every now and then pluck the strings as I cast Cloud of Daggers on these two dummies back here.
Love it. Wait, do I have a thing? I don't think I have a spell for that. No, I don't have a spell for Cloud of Daggers. But a 5-foot cube of daggers manifests itself as they kind of pour into corporeal space. They obviously instantly take the damage. There's not even a save with Cloud of Daggers. So the shredding damage immediately tears apart the targets as their small amounts of cells holding them together are ripped apart by the spiraling daggers.
See, Nigel, blades and a little bit of style, just as effective.
I'll tip my hat to you. Next time I'll have you play to some lightning. We can do a duet.
There's a little known ditty by a band named AC/DC about thunder striking.
You will have to tell me about this more. I will break out my finest wine and we can talk about it late into the night.
Wonderful! If everyone is done trying to show off and grace a king with a show of their wonderful might, then I believe that we can move on into trying to create our feast and prepare for the rest of the evening.
I mean, I
Well,
have a bit
teacher,
more
don't you
showing
want to
off,
show
but
off
you
your
go ahead.
skills?
Yeah, do a barrel roll.
Yes, Elsbeth, why not? It's been a while since you've broken anything out.
Oh, I do imagine Sometimes at least some displays are important for things. I
Is
guess
he really gonna do a barrel
good
roll?
old-fashioned display of firepower never hurt anyone.
Oh.
Oh, flip.
A fireball erupts in the center of the area, lighting everyone briefly up as the fire quickly cascades through the area before disappearing as quickly as the arcane magic brought it into existence.
Ocasio, she couldn't do something more refined. Her eyesight is clearly going.
Well, you know, some of you have to hit a straight line.
Not
I
my
just
good
hit
eye.
everybody in the fucking area.
Good show, Elsbeth.
It's always important to show them target schmarget.
Sometimes it's just to whom it may concern.
Truly.
Joffrey,
Yes?
you worked too hard, but you did well.
Thank you, my lord. Do what I can, do what I have to.
Now, Elsbeth, what do we say we get to that dinner?
Yes, please, let us make our way into our wonderful dining hall. I know that it will be a bit of a fit this year with everyone, but I know that we'll make do with our wonderful and gracious time together. Boop, 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 boop. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
In the time that we're like walking or just waiting around for people to show off, could I do some kind of check on Olin to see like what's up with him? Because he definitely showed up limping. Like he
Uh-huh.
straightened up afterwards, but there's something off there.
Uh-huh.
What kind of check would I have to make on that?
That sounds like a medicine, the way you're describing it.
Oh, joy. Okay. Come on. Okay. Well, it's not terrible.
Just move me out of my chair.
I mean, I put you next to where Bo was and everything, so. But I guess you can be over there next to
We weren't
Joffrey.
sitting at chairs.
You. The way that it lines up, this is within the chairs. Technically, the other group is on the table. Because the benches are in a shared position here.
Well, then
If
so
you
was
want to be
those two
technical,
guys, right?
then here.
Joffrey and Tobin.
Boop, boop.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what.
Fine. Fine!
I was confusion. I was like, damn, we gotta eat in the
Making
up.
me put people in the half spaces just to make it aesthetically pleasing for you.
Yeah, the
Dios-
bloody horse
the
guy
OCD
really is
matters.
doing it for me.
Right.
His horse is just chilling. I just imagine that scene with Tywin Lannister.
With a glance over at Olin, it's very difficult to tell, kind of medically speaking, what might be wrong. Because, as you've seen before, he is entirely visibly the full plate armor with no skin showing in any way, shape, or form. But it seems almost as if he's weakened in some way. At first, you think it's maybe a wound to the leg, but then it doesn't seem like he's favoring any particular leg. He's just not walking smoothly.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like Joffrey might be his, for lack of a better word, caretaker.
Well, Joffrey, as the most physically strong looking person, seems to be the one at least helping him get around.
Okay.
As everybody is brought into the feast room and seated down graciously, Elspeth stands and drinks are brought in to everybody on trays as they are kind of handed out to each of you, and she raises up a glass for a toast. To our good king and the wonderful years of peace that we have known under his rule.
Thank you, Elspeth. This should probably actually go toward these soon-to-be graduates. May they graduate and make all the difference.
Yes, to our graduates. Hear, hear.
And to Valna. Fallen but not forgotten.
On my head. Respect.
I'd say, fine, you want the non-horse art? Here's the non-horse art.
Thank you. I was like, this fucking horse is shitting on the floor, getting hair
He still
everywhere,
needs to be giant though.
trying to eat like everything. Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. Here, let me update the
He
art.
looks like that fucking guy that was in Mallrats and Clerks. You know what I'm talking about? The guy?
Huh?
That like
Silent
main
Bob.
guy.
That one
No,
guy.
no, no. The
With the
main guy from
record.
Clerks.
You know,
Like the main
that guy.
clerk with the facial hair, yeah.
The guy that played Dante.
Oh, I guess I updated it over here. That works. Boop,
Yeah. Mixed with like the
Boop.
guy from Trailer Park Boys. Anyway, I'm done.
I guess I updated this token, so that works. Boop, boop. There we go. Unhorsed variant.
Is it linked to me because I can't see anything anymore?
How about now?
Nope. I'll refresh
Why
and
do
see
you
if that
not
makes a
have...
difference.
Oh, why do you not... This was your original character. Why do you not have this character?
Technical difficulties.
There I am.
There, now you have this character too. You should be able to see off this one with your... Oh, let me redrop. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, this should fully be your token now with vision.
Yep.
Okay.
I can see it. I can move it. Cool.
Everybody drains their glasses as the toast ends. And as she sits down, plates of lavish food and meat are brought in and laid out on the table in another lavish feast. Each one is sort of brought out family style familiarly so that everybody can easily kind of serve and feed themselves as the time is going. As the feast is kind of wearing its way through, Halbarad, roll me perception.
Why the fuck would it roll out of the net 20?
Olin doesn't seem to have eaten a single thing. And in fact, early, before the rest of you have finished everything, you see as kind of Joffrey kind of just stands up and goes, "Well, guess I better be helping off." And walks down towards the end of this table and helps Olin stand and walks him out of the room. To answer your unspoken question, no.
What?
In your week here, you had not seen him at all.
Okay, I was actually gonna ask if I saw which way they came in from originally in the hallway.
They
Like, I'm sure I didn't see what room specifically, but what way, generally speaking.
So here, I'm going to pull you into the hallway here. So in this main hall here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your classes are down this wing. Some of your classes for arcane studies definitely involve going back through the library here.
Mm-hmm.
They came down this hallway.
Okay.
That much you can tell relatively easily.
And from my memory of being here before, would I know what, generally speaking, is in that wing of the academy?
The attendance at the academy is sometimes greater, sometimes lesser. And the areas of the academy are able to flex to accommodate enough because of this. So the area that they went down is a lot, besides the lavatory that you know is immediately down that hallway, and some of the faculty rooms that you know are mostly down that area. You know that the Chimeron, or easily enough, the school nurse, if you will, is down that way. Or no, that not no. Chimeron is the war one. So there is the war training room down that way, as well as junior class studies and senior class studies.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a locked area that currently isn't in use.
Okay. All right.
I have to look at my own map and remember where everything is. I labeled all these rooms. I have to remember what they all are. I will say, though, after about 20 minutes, Geoffrey will make his way back into the room.
Okay.
Roll me a backup perception.
Okay, there we go. That's better.
He's tucking a pair of singed leather gloves into his belt.
Interesting.
Very. The feast seems to mostly carry on without much other notice. Everybody else seems to carry on as if nothing happened. Leandris in the back is prompted to show some level of arcane might since he sat back quietly the entire time. And as the head of the arcane studies here, they do want him to at least show off something for Tarhut. And you watch as, in a rare show of power, he casts Animate Object. And quickly takes up most of the utensils in the room. And moves them around, taking everyone's plates and dinner servings that are finished away, and moving them quickly in their own self-servicing sort of clearing of the table. Everything is moved effortlessly off into their own bins and flown back into the kitchen as you watch the room clean itself. And you just kind of... Some of us do wish to, be less destructive in our pursuits. I personally don't like getting my hands dirty.
And your skills will always be appreciated in my academy.
Thank you, my lord. I believe that this is the end of our wonderful feast, our king. We thank you for gracing all of us with your presence, and we hope that when the time comes for our closing ceremonies, that you will, of course, be here to bless our graduates and to help in their selection of their first missions.
Of course. I take no greater pride than helping those graduates go into the world to make a difference.
Oh, wonderful. We do thank you, our king. And we know that should we need you, that you and your grace will surely be only a missive away.
Absolutely.
Slowly, the rest of the room is cleared as the rest of the faculty begin milling about and clearing the rest of the room. And you can see as the night of the dinner begins to draw to a close, as everybody is beginning to kind of pack up bags and start heading back to their rooms. You watch as silent Xylan kind of disappears into the shadows at one time. Matilda kind of raucously wanders off after slapping Lysander in the ass. Andris kind of excuses himself quietly and backs out of the room, thanking everybody for their time. And Hagen simply grumbles about needing to clean something before backing out of the room. Slowly, one by one, everybody excuses themselves.
I think before the king leaves, Halbarad is gonna like try and come closer, especially if there's no faculty nearby. And kind of, if I may, Your Highness.
Absolutely. What can I help you with?
This might be a little presumptuous of me, but I would like to petition for a private audience with you. There are some matters that my companions and I have seen that cause me to distrust some of the elements in the kingdom. And I would like to ensure that you know of the goings on in, at the very least, Egoris nowadays.
The king kind of laughs very softly. He goes, "Of course. I'll have someone set that meeting up."
Thank you.
But for
Oh.
now, I must away for the night. This group, I see good things in your future.
Elspeth kind of comes forward from the back. We thank you, our king, and please, I will walk you out. Make sure to see you on your way.
Absolutely. It was wonderful meeting all of you again.
Everybody else roll perception.
Ocasio was not paying attention, so
Okay. Then don't.
God damn it.
no, I
Damn.
just rolled with what you call it?
Disadvantage.
Yes, thank you. And I still did really well, whatever. Okay. Bye.
Will Ocasio and Alistair catch that Elsbeth shoots Halbarad a look?
I think Halbard is giving a respectful salute to the king, so he doesn't see it.
What kind of a look?
Annoyed.
Of course she would.
Okay.
One of the students just asked the king for a private audience. She's very annoyed by this stepping out of bounds.
I know.
And that's how much Halbarad cares about this sort of thing.
Yep. Oh no, you're annoyed at me stepping out of bounds. We'll see how annoyed you are when a demon rips your head off your shoulders.
As soon as she's gone, I tell Halbert immediately that she made a look at him. Because I'm that type of girl.
Mealy like, ooh, did you see the look she gave you?
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, Halbard is definitely like half I don't give a fuck and half interesting. Because right now, everyone is fucking suspicious in this goddamn academy outside of us. So it's like, okay, she's annoyed, what the fuck ever, but also why is she annoyed specifically?
I don't know. I guess you'll have to figure that out.
Oh, I'm sure I will with an old crone like her.
I've got to give you some things to worry about. Oh, political intrigue one.
Mm-hmm. Well, you gave me like 10 fucking names, so as soon as we stepped in here.
Well, I thank you, King. That is the wonderful first introduction for King Whisper, the first of their name.
Yeah.
As the
Thank you all.
party
I'll
will
return
get
when
to
you graduate, or maybe sooner.
We'll see what more comes for the party and their times around the king. I know I'm curious to see what happens there. So
You're coming to our graduation. Don't you have a country to run?
Are you gonna do a speech?
I mean, probably.
the same kind of
Hell
speeches
yeah.
that Trump gives, you know.
Oh God.
Oh, God.
Well, you know, the thing is,
I think I'm gonna have to miss that session.
You know, I really don't care for physical swords, but I think I'm going to take his sword from him.
My kingdom is the best kingdom.
And
It's
then
the
stab
biggest
him.
kingdom.
best kingdom.
We have the best
No kingdom
wizards.
better.
Everybody's always telling us about how our kingdom is the best kingdom.
Everybody's always telling me, Whisper, how did you get to be the first of your name? And let me tell you,
They come to him with
it
tears in
wasn't
their
easy.
eyes.
Look at Joffrey over here. He's a beautiful man. I would kiss that man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have fun with the rest of your session.
Thank
See you
you.
Okay.
another day.
Another day.
Bye.
So, the king departs. Elsbeth returns, looking at you all strictly. I believe all of you have time to retire. I believe you have studies to get to.
I take my time to finish my glass.
Retire? How old do you think we are?
She just kind of walks out of the room after that. You are effectively
So what are we
left your own
thinking?
devices.
What are we thinking?
Well, that depends what about.
I don't know anything. That girl seemed really annoyed by you.
Yeah. Don't know if it's just because she's old and too proper for her own good or something else.
I really don't get along with any of these people, so I try to be quiet. Although Joffrey's lips are pretty impressive. 6 bags, I think he said.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone roll me perception.
That's been going so well. Okay. I should complain more often and be more French about it.
More French complaining is always the way to go.
I mean, that's just talking in French.
I think I need a new bow perception.
I think the way the world's going, just always be more French about it.
Right. I can't disagree with that. Well, so far, only
So,
Nigel
that
is
just
the
reminds
only
me
one
of
not hearing this. So
French kissing, and my husband doesn't do it, and that makes me sad.
well, I'm sorry for you. I don't get much of that either. It's a sad world.
He's a mouth breather. He would die.
Just putting his shit out there. Oh man. So I guess Bo and Nigel don't hear the scream that follows.
I look at
As
Halbrad.
That's not my name.
Halbrad. I look at Halby.
Yep, halibut.
And like my smile goes away, and I look towards where the scream came from. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Should we check?
Definitely.
I'm gonna try to sneak.
Would you like some company as we go?
I'm gonna try to sneak by the door. Do I see
Sure.
anything here?
The more the merrier.
Oh, if you wish to get there quietly, please gather around and I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Thank you for that.
Let me play the
This
sneaking
is-
song.
Thank you for that. This is a little loud as my armor
Clank,
clanks as I
clank,
stand up.
clank, clank.
Just gonna sigh and cast invisibility on myself.
I have a level 1 in rogue, okay? So sneaky.
Okay, I have a 1 in stealth at disadvantage.
It's
Where did I perceive that sound coming from? Can I see anything with my special eye patch?
not at this distance.
Also, what did it sound like?
Sounded,
Three.
at first, you thought it was a child screaming.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Well,
but
which
there's
way
someone
did it
that sounds
come
like a
from?
child that we know. I'm gonna hazard a guess and say somewhere in the left wing.
Huh.
The doors are open.
None of those
Was I
are
right
locked.
in my assumption?
Yeah, so far, at least standing out here, seems like a pretty
Mhm.
solid assumption because just based on the general layout, this leads back to the library and to some closed classrooms and private study rooms. Really wouldn't be much reason for it to be back there. And
Mhm.
those classrooms kind of are next to the lecture hall, so that would have probably echoed through this side as well if it was back in those areas. So yeah, it's probably down that hallway.
I feel like my stealth roll very much works well with how Halbard is walking right now. Because like the spell is bringing me to 17. That's great. Halbard is like, I feel like I know that sound and is definitely like power walking over.
Faculty rooms are locked. Should I try to unlock them?
I feel like it would be further.
Keep checking. Locked too. That's locked too.
I'm just gonna start power walking down.
And Cassio,
Which room?
roll perception
Yeah.
real quick.
No, when I finally need it. Well,
Through these doors, you can just barely make out the images of sleeping forms.
okay. Well, we heard someone scream, so I don't think they'd be asleep.
Or they're used to it.
But
Mhm.
One or the other.
okay, I'm gonna. Psst. Halby,
What?
there's some people in this room sleeping.
Okay.
I mean, I know that's what people do, but isn't it weird that they're asleep in a lecture hall?
That's my favorite place to sleep.
No, these are the
I'm
faculty
gonna
rooms.
check the door for traps.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep going down the hallway with Alastair.
Everyone roll
So I-
me a secondary perception. Ocasio, roll your investigation.
Okay. Okay.
I think I need to reload. All of my perceptions have been like 7.
I have a +0, but I got a nat 20 boo.
All right. Everyone except for Nigel hears another scream, a little quieter this time, followed by the muffled sound of "Blasted, I said hold him!"
Where did it come from?
This away.
Clank, 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 clank.
Acasio, that door is definitely not trapped.
Did y'all say y'all heard something? So I can leave.
Yeah, everybody but Nigel heard the scream then come from further down the hall.
I poke my head back around the corner. I'm like, Ocasio, over here.
My way. I guess some people do innocently sleep in classrooms, which is kind of weird, but whatever.
There's a sign there that says faculty rooms.
Where are y'all at?
At the end of the
Here?
hallway.
Oh, hey.
it's,
You know, with one eye, they can't see well.
it's a winding, large academy map. I don't know what to tell you. That's why I labeled all of the rooms like this, so that you all would have any fucking clue.
I feel like I'm in the Undercity. Just kidding.
You see the darkened, locked doors of the closed wings. But behind it, you can hear muffled voices.
I gesture to
door's
the door
locked.
with my head.
I did not take knock on this version of the character. I had it on the previous version.
Damn.
I won't even
Okay,
lie,
I
I
would
was
like
totally waiting
to.
for that.
Can I try to unlock the door?
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
a rogue, y'all. That's sleight of
You have
hand, right?
tools and
Please,
stuff. Yes, it is.
please, God.
While she's doing that,
Okay.
there's like a glow under my right hand,
Oh,
and
well.
flames come out as I summon my sword in hand. No, I don't
Oh my
summon
God.
that world's smallest lightsaber. Just I summon my sword with the bonded weapon.
Sort of not sure where anyone else is on this map anymore.
Let me help you.
This way, this way,
Wait, where are you? There you are.
up
Boop.
there.
I'm getting you there.
I was going that way, but then I still didn't see anyone, so I was like,
It's a long
going the
hallway.
wrong way.
Yup.
That's the problem, is it's a long hallway. Ah. So, with a 13, you feel your lockpick click around inside, but you feel as it just barely doesn't quite give.
Can I just try again?
One more. Don't get too
Why
low.
don't you go ahead and take some
Rage
inspiration for that, my dear?
There we go.
Woo!
Shablam.
Shablam.
Does 27 beat it? If not, let me roll again with inspiration.
I unlocked the door.
Oh, okay.
Well, you have a D8 of
I thought she
inspiration
unlocked
should
the
you
door
need
with
it.
the lockpicks.
What the fuck is
As
going on in
you
here?
enter the hallway, you see a panicked Leandris standing in the doorway as Geoffrey, covered in singed leather apron, gloves, and mask, tries to hold Olin to the bed as fire erupts out of his eyes and the mouthpiece of the full plate. You don't see
Olin!
any face at all in this mouth area or eyes of the visor, only flame as it erupts out in these geysers of flame that singe the top of the room as the bursts erupt forth from it, each time this childlike scream coming out of his mouth as you see Joffrey trying to hold Olin to the bed. Leandris, with a book over top of him, is trying to flip through it and find the appropriate spells, casting various things to try and calm Olin. Finally, after a moment, you see as he flips to another spell and begins casting, and ice and cooling air begins pouring into the room. Slowly, you watch as Olin's form becomes still and slows as he calms down. A tired Joffrey finally rolls to the side, sitting down, panting from the exertion of holding Olin to the bed.
What is going on?
Some people are a bit more wounded than others.
Did you not have a bookmark for that spell?
It's not always the same one. You have to understand that when you're dealing with these sort of planar forces, it's not always the same answer.
Well, it was hot, so you did cold. Is it always just hot?
Well, yes, but it's a different type of hot.
Those were literal flames.
Yes.
I would have thought of ice immediately.
Well,
What's your intelligence score?
These
Just kidding.
these flames were red. Sometimes the flames are yellow. One time they were blue. That was a bit more difficult.
Well, I'm glad you can tell your colors. I
Well,
hope you've written these down.
have you ever dealt with unstable portal natures to extraplanar beings?
No, that's way too big brain for me. Somebody else get in here, please.
I can't say that Father ever dealt with that myself.
What are you
Halberd is still standing like in the doorway, sword in hand, and he's looking between Landris and Joffrey and like, what the fuck did you do to him?
We did nothing.
Well, he's not screaming anymore.
He's been growing increasingly unstable. That's
Well,
why
he
I
seems
brought him here
unnatural. No
last
offense,
week.
Olin, but
He hasn't been able to be amongst the other knights. I brought him here to try and see if we could do anything to help him. Since this is...
what was different about him? Have you created things like him before?
Everybody stops. And you see as Leandris and Joffrey kind of just look at each other.
Oh,
And then they
so
look
it's
at
like
I'd
a
say
you.
yes.
secret.
No, they look at you. And then they look past you.
Not a hot bra?
Yeah.
Why are you looking at Howby? Howby, did they make you in a lab?
No, but I think I caused this one.
Oh, how?
I point with, I send the sword away, and I point with my metal hand to the burn scar on my face. Like that.
Who is this person? Why do they sound like a child? Why were you burning a child? Are you related to this child? Who is this child?
Okay, one question at a time. he wasn't a child last time I saw him. We were about the same age. We were studying here. And, well, our studies weren't going fast enough, so we decided we were gonna do our own studies. So we went into the restricted section of the library, and we tried to do a ritual. Obviously, it didn't end up that well. And he got the worst end of it.
Don't tell me you spoke demonic in front of the books. Oh my god. What
I
did you
just-
do?
I don't know what the fuck I spoke. I just read what was in the book.
So is this your friend or
Yeah. If he's still in there.
how many years has he been like this?
It's been a few years now. DM, how long has it been since I ran away from the academy because I kind of broke things?
Gosh, I think probably about 3 years.
I relate information. It's been about 3 years.
Oh, so your balls dropped in that short of a time. Interesting. So Joffrey, I assume I'm just gonna go on a limb and assume you've tried the basics: counterspell, lesser restoration, major restoration.
This is not something so simple as this.
Maybe runes could help.
This ritual that was used is something ancient.
What did you
Something
put
that
a
was.
rune on him, Halby?
What rune would you put on him to help?
I don't know, like a cold one to keep him cold, or
That won't stop him from being increasingly unstable.
Oh, speaking of runes, hey DM, should we do a roll for the runes that we picked up on the way? Because I feel like we technically got the runes when we got back to the capital, and it's been about a week since we got here, so there's like a week before the next shipment.
Fiend. Yes. When we get to the end,
it just came
we'll
up, and there might be something I can do, but it's gonna take some time.
Okay. If we want to check now, we can check now.
Because like, if I already have the runes, I feel like a Halberd would probably try something right now. But I also have another idea of what Halberd would try, but does not involve runes.
Well, you got 40 12s.
Okay. Okay.
wow.
Interesting.
I'm sure.
So roll 2d4.
Okay.
You get a join mend and a join seal.
Okay.
D4. Space reduce. D4. Attraction repel.
Okay, so the other way. Right now, I'm not really seeing something that could help with this. just yet. Like while Lucasio and Joffrey are like going back and forth, I think Halbard is gonna just walk up. Is Joffrey still like holding Olin, or did he step back?
He stepped back because
Okay.
Olin's kind of just like collapsed back on the bed now.
I'm gonna put my right hand on his chest and I'm gonna close my eyes and in my mind I'm gonna try and call out to Solveig.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Ooh, that was almost a 0.
If you rolled a 0 on that, dear God.
Do I not just have my own channel, like by myself?
You should have an character notes channel.
Now I do. Thank you.
Look, it's right here. As you call out, the embedded embers within your skin begin to kind of surge within your flesh, dealing 3 points of fire damage. As the form of Olin seems to surge with flame momentarily. In your mind, you see a flash of a castle made of igneous stone that seems to burn itself volcanically. And inside, as you see these impossible halls, you see the single towering form of a behemoth of flame. Its eyes slowly turning to consider you as a cloak of ash turns with it in an impossible wind of heat. And it considers you for just a moment before the vision disappears.
Did that feel like it was like Solveig's true form, or did it feel like something completely different?
Now that felt like peering into the plane of fire.
Hmm.
Roll me, I'm going to say history in this moment. It's a personal
Okay.
history.
Okay, not 20.
In all of your limited experiences, you were in that castle.
Mhm.
That's what this angle has almost allowed you to see. You were inside with him when those things were happening, but now when you were there with Olin trying to do it with his presence, you were connected in a different place, but the same. It's still the plane of fire. But your will had to find Solvig there. It's not
Okay.
something you're used to. The Entrus kind of moves forward cautiously. I'm sorry. Are you connected in some way?
I just like look at him. I feel like my right eye kind of like has a bit of like an amber glow just in the back of the iris.
Mm-hmm.
And like you did just hear when I said that we were trying to do a ritual and it backfired, right?
Well,
We, him
yes.
and I. Yeah.
That doesn't... Nobody theorized that you were still connected.
Well, I mean, at the very least, we're connected to the plane of fire. That's for sure.
Interesting. And you see as he flips his book towards the back and kind of like brings a quill out of the side pocket and unscrews a little inkwell on his wrist and starts dipping and writing notes. So, you've been seeing this for some time?
I'm gonna very slowly, like, I looked back to Olin, slowly looked back at him, and like, if you're taking those notes for anything other than getting him back to how he was, the next thing that burns isn't gonna be just your book.
Well, sometimes the best medicine is more poison.
Vibe check.
it's, roll me insight. Got a bit of a crazy gleam in his eye. As they're just kind of looking at you like,
Put my hand on Halbrod's shoulders. Do you want to set our differences aside? I can lightning bolt them.
I appreciate the offer. We'll keep that in mind.
It's only been a week since I've met you, Mr. Halborod, but you don't shoot jets of fire out of your eyes, do you?
Just out of my hands for now.
And also out of his rectum. But that's usually...
Yes, we all have that with the oldie Taco Bell.
Exactly.
Yes.
I hear they have a special new lettuce now. Might try it soon.
Do you
Taco Bell is the one of the things that does not flare up my IBS, weirdly enough.
It's all
How about look at
sawdust.
Ocasio? What's an IBS?
my dear Alistair, that was my creation.
So,
do you like it?
Halbrod, you see the flames coming out of his eyes? IBS is when it happens in your intestines.
That sounds unpleasant. Anyway.
It also happens when you have really good food and it burns twice. On the way in and on the way out.
So, I don't think that it's quite as simple as returning him back to normal. I don't know how much of him is all there still.
Maybe you should put him out of his misery.
Not if there's a way to bring him back.
Is his body just...
He's just suffering
at this point?
Well, he was sealed in the armor about 2.5 years ago. It's hard to tell.
No. Promise me right now, if this ever happens to me, you kill me. It sounds like he's suffering and has been for a really long time.
Sure.
3 years of suffering.
Well, this has gotten worse. It's escalated as of lately. Whatever connection has been doing this to him, it's growing more unstable.
Yeah, you've set him stable like multiple times. Here's the thing, increasingly horrible pain. No, kill me. Have you asked him what he wants? Olin, what do you want?
Seems unresponsive at this moment.
Great.
Exhausted and asleep.
Has anybody ever asked Olin what he wants?
Well, Olin changed some over time. The voice.
So he's mentally and physically not right.
Well, as the fires burned, the voice eventually got younger.
Lathander, man. Feed him to Bo. He's a vegetable at this point.
Well, no, he still moves. He still does talk some. I saw him moving
He's a
around earlier.
construct. He's a construct. I think it's kind of like an abomination.
Well,
And what if he's in pain? That's
Ocasio,
horrible.
every other 5 minutes you want to bite Bo and not in a fun way to drink their blood. Should we put you down for being an abomination that feeds on other people?
Yes, we should.
Well, here's
but
the thing. I have control and haven't done it yet. So he's in pain. I'm not in pain. It doesn't hurt me to want to bite Bo.
but it might hurt Bo if you bite them.
Right, but I'm not going to unless I have permission. Hello? I would never unless something came over
Veganism is
me
about
like the
consent.
DM.
I am sure if we asked your father, he'd say the exact same thing. Oh, wait, you killed him.
Yeah, well, you know, he had it coming.
Albert looks over like, now, how do you know about that?
I know all and see all.
Question. Y'all been gossiping about me? I'm just worried that he's in pain, but if he's your friend and he means that much to you, I understand if you want to save him, Halbarad. Let's figure it out, whatever we have to do. You helped
I'm the
me. It's only
one
fair that I help
I'm the
you.
one that did this to him. If there's a way to bring him back, we bring him back. If there isn't, I'll do it myself.
Can I ask a question? It's just kind of a what if.
Well, you technically just did by asking if you could ask a question. But sure.
If you could, would you swap places with him?
Hesitation, I believe, is a no.
I don't know.
I was going to say insight check. If he said yes, I would.
I was just curious, that's all.
when
It
everybody
doesn't-
vibe checks Halbrod back.
Fair.
Doesn't diminish any compassion he may feel. You should not wish to take on terrible feelings just because someone else is suffering.
I was just wondering if he felt guilty enough to want to take his place since he says it's his fault, you know.
Well, it's funny you should say this.
Oh?
If you've both been exposed to the same energies and had entirely different results, then perhaps we need to expose you to more of this so that you can
Wait.
get the answers we're seeking.
It's that stuff that I touched that made me want to like eat people?
No, he's
But
talking to
this is-
Hallbroad.
Oh, okay.
This is the more poison guy.
Oh yeah. We must
You
use
teach
more
here, so
magic.
you teach here. I'm gonna assume that you know your way around rituals.
Oh yes.
Good. Teach me.
You see as he flips to what appears to be a calendar. We
I'm gonna
have
firebolt the calendar.
Oh my god.
No! We have roughly 6 days. We must prepare. I have found over all of my times the moon cycle aligns with certain elements, making them stronger at different times. More purifying elements seem to be stronger the closer the moon gets to full, whereas more damaging ones get stronger the closer it is to a new moon. We are going to hit this
Yeah.
halfway into the cycle.
That happens to me too. During the new moon, I got really, really hungry.
You see as he kind of leans in. Interesting.
I kind of blacked out for a little while too. It was weird.
Did you just do like a bunch of weed or something and got the munchies and then like passed out?
No, you can ask Calby and Bo. I was not myself.
Yeah,
Hey,
you're not
Ocasio,
convincing me
remember that
otherwise.
part where you said that you say everything you think?
Uh-huh.
And when I told you that I don't trust people here as far as I can throw them?
Uh-huh.
Facepalm.
Well, you
I just
told the
wait.
king
I just spent a
stuff.
moment looking at Ocasio like,
You told the king stuff. Am I not supposed to tell Joffrey? He seems cool. Look at those muscles.
It's like, just kind of
I
does
mean,
that like, oh, you're looking at me, flex, flex.
if you think he's a problem, we can just kill him.
So I look at Joffrey for a moment and I'm like,
Let's not jump to conclusions on anything here. Okay. This is getting wildly out of hand.
I was talking about the guy that wants to dissect you to know why you're so hungry about blood.
Oh, right. Well,
as
it
I
sounded
pointed
like he
Lionel's
wanted
gang.
me to. It didn't sound like he wanted to dissect me. It sounded like he wanted me to touch more of
Right.
it or whatever.
Sorry, not dissect you, vivisect you.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just curious if you
Mhm.
eat. And then what,
Does it
what
come in a
happens when
tablet
you eat?
form?
Does what come in tablet form? Blood?
I don't know. Whatever it is. Oh, so I need to eat more blood. That's what you want me to do? That's what you were
No,
saying?
no.
Well,
no,
isn't that what you
no,
said?
That's not what he's saying.
I thought you said you wanted me to come in contact with more of that. Whatever it is that made us this way.
Oh, do you have more?
No, I
Oh,
thought you did.
that would have been very interesting.
No, I thought you did. You're the expert here.
Well, yeah. Ooh.
Ocasio, he cares more about whether he can, not whether he should. Stop giving him ideas.
Yeah, what could go wrong with experimentation, right?
No, I thought that's what
Yeah.
I thought that's what Dee just said like a few sentences ago, said that like was wondering what would happen if I was exposed to more of it. Did you not say that?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Because he wants to experiment on you like a lab rat.
Yeah, he wants to know. He's wondering in this moment, since you've described it and said all these things, he's like, oh, so what happens if you have more? Let's give you more!
Well, do you have more?
And that's where he went to the, well, no. So we need to get you more. So where did you get it in the first place? Because he's just immediately in for experimentation.
In the
Ocasio?
wall. It was in a wall, in a really rundown trailer in a trailer park in a gnomish village where they only speak Goblin. Yeah, you wouldn't know it.
He's kind of closed
Anyway,
the
about-
big book, and he has like another smaller book from inside of his coat that he's writing in now. Mm-hmm. And it's
Like-
basically on the front page, a fresh set of notes, like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Halbard's gonna interpose himself between the two and like, anyway, about that ritual.
it's
So Halbrod, I got an experiment I want to run. I was thinking we could try to combine Bo with like a dog because it would be
No,
But I can
Shut
I can
the
already
fuck
be a dog.
up.
Sasha.
But we could make you and
No.
Sasha into one.
No. Bo's got that dog in them, but not that dog. Stop it.
But they'd never be
All
separated
right, now.
again.
I will kill you. That was the most traumatizing thing I've ever seen in my life.
And Halbrod knows none of this.
Kids and animals at the same time? Like, what in the fuck? Absolutely not. I would pull what was the little brother's name? Joffrey's little brother who got to be with Marjorie.
Oh god, I don't remember.
Something. So
Window jumper.
Yeah, window
that's
jumper.
what that would be me. I would jump out of the fucking window if that happened to Bo. I'd be like, peace.
I think his name was Joffrey's backup. The spare
Tamlin?
child.
Was it Tamlin? No, that's from Akatar.
Anyway, about that ritual.
Oh, Tommen.
We must prepare you to do it again. But right.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
we're
the
fucked.
idea.
Well, last
since you're so
time it
good
was
at
children
magic-
playing around with things. Now we will do it with proper arcane rituals. We will use the
And
proper
since
forces.
Nigel is so good at magic, he will accompany me in this ritual, right?
Leandris
Such
turns
inferior stock.
slowly to look at Nigel. Yes. You wish to prove yourself in your time? Then you will be able to come and help me with my ritual. We will be able to set up something wonderful to be able to summon forth the prairie plane of fire.
I would love
Oh.
to, but this is very inferior stock that
Oh,
I'm working with. I mean,
Are you scared?
no,
you might
it's
fail?
just no, it's just you're poor. It's okay. I like to work with quality ingredients, not this.
Not the great value seasoning.
President's choice, what? Well, I believe if we all try and work together then, if we can finish this ritual, if we can see what it is that this is actually meant to unlock, then maybe we can try and find something to help all.
You know what? This is zero risk to me, right? I'm bored.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, why not?
Well, the last room went up in fire.
We might want to do it outside.
I will change into one of my less fancy clothes in case they get singed.
That's okay, my boy. We have 6 days of preparation to do.
Okay, so I will see you all in, you said 6 days? I will see you all in 5 days.
We literally have studies tomorrow.
I usually don't pay attention and I pass anyway, so
Then there's absolutely no risk for you in this ritual whatsoever.
the only risk is boredom, which is pretty high.
Right.
The next day.
I feel like that night, because like, are we confined to the academy, or are we able to walk out whenever?
You are not held here against your will,
Okay.
but they do kind of expect you to be back on grounds.
Yeah,
by late
that's
hours.
fine. I'm just gonna, think back to what my father said way back when we saw him, and hop by my house, my family home, and leave a note under my old pillow that in 6 days' time we're going to attempt a ritual and do it right. If he's got any insight, I would greatly appreciate it. Then I'll head back to the academy.
Okay. I am definitely going to take time to prep an appropriate reply in that. Because I have an idea as to how that would kind of come back.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody else aiming to do anything in that evening after this is discovered?
Yes, but it's private.
We don't need
Of
to
course.
know all of your RP. That reminds me, actually. I would like
No, it's
Ocasio
RP,
to roll me
not PR.
persuasion.
Oh. What? Why? Who am I persuading?
Well,
Nobody.
in the time that you've been here, one of the very important things that Ocasio stated that Ocasio wanted to do was to try and earn
Yes.
themselves back into the good graces of the healing group. Because they didn't really care for people who turn their back on the healing way and choose the way of harm.
Okay.
In your first week here, you have been trying to get within the good graces of the leaders of the God, see, I always forget my own names on this. I made it too complex for myself. The Gorgonoth house, in trying to get in to be able to influence Bo's classes and kind of have
Mhm.
sight into their schoolwork here.
Mhm.
Your first week of this has resulted in them mostly trying to give you extra chores.
Okay.
They have been giving you linens to help turn into bandages. They've been giving you a lot of menial tasks around here. And you can tell
Okay.
that you still have a long ways to go.
Okay.
Slowly but
Fine.
surely. I'll give you
I
a
knew it
teacher and
wouldn't
everything.
happen in a day.
Oh no, but that's the fun thing. I'm gonna make you roll every session essentially to see how well you have been able to ingrain yourself into the Gorgonoth house at all. And it's gonna be essentially a tracked progression of successes when you do well enough. And you'll slowly, potentially be able to get in there.
Will I eventually get like pluses because I am
Better
like
you
getting
do.
used to what teachers like?
Yep. And now that you understand what's going on and we've run through the first thing, you can also think of creative things to give yourself these bonuses. It is the RP of it. Because that is the point. I didn't forget. We are very much still doing it.
Mhm.
And on that note, as the next day, your classes continue and you are gathered this time into the Gorgonoth class. This isn't normally where Leandrus presides, but you can see as he's kind of gotten permission to come into here where Bo's classes have mostly been presiding. In here with a lot more of alchemical and magical healing elements, as well as mixes of poultice and herbs that help to heal in more normal means. He seems a bit more out of place. You can tell that he is familiar with most of the items in here, but they don't necessarily hold the same value to them. They kind of walk through with their fingers trailing along the table and the items. I thought that this might be a little better place to start out. You said you didn't trust many people, so doing this in the middle of my own study seemed like a bit of a jump.
Just a bit.
When you tried this ritual before, the best thing that we can tell is that Olin got caught up in the incomplete magic and became, well, a bit of a portal to the plane of fire. The connection in that ritual was never closed. So now it just continues to burn through him. The armor that he is in is meant to help contain that power and contain him. But that's nearly all it does. helps him maintain a physical form, helps him still be Olin or whatever is left. But these bursts, it seems whatever portal it is growing unstable, and if it completely fades without figuring out a safe way to do so, well, it might completely absorb Olin's soul into it.
Have you used any rune work in the armor?
Well, yes. It's what we had to do to even be able to bind him into it in the first place. Normal armor is not suited for the temperatures that he puts out constantly. You have used heat metal before, or have you seen this sort of magic?
I haven't exactly reached the potential to heat metal quite yet, but at least
Well,
I've worked with runes.
understand at least the arcane complexities, then. That he is essentially heating metal to that degree constantly. A normal suit of armor would be slag by now. I believe you know as well as everyone does. If the kingdom can find a use for someone, they will. Olin came
Of
here to be
course.
a knight. We gave him what he needed to be successful.
Would I be able to study the armor?
I see no harm. Seems you have a number of things that you want to study anymore.
That's why we're here, isn't it? To study.
Yes. Training, studying, learning, getting better for the next day, but you seem like a sponge, unable to absorb enough water. You see, Nigel here. Nigel has all of the water that he can take. And he's
You said
happy with
Bashy.
it. He's content. You're not.
And something tells me you aren't either.
And look
For
where
the
that
record,
got me.
it's not that I don't have enough. I'm just lazy. Just wanted to make sure there's no confusion there.
In the background, like, I am just lazy. Fuck off.
I could totally do more, but
But
that sounds like work.
I always wish to find out more, but that is the curse of my craft. That is the path that people like myself oftentimes take. You be sodden in your armor Blades are not normally one to be so hungry for knowledge.
Well, what can I say? The world's going to shit, and I want to do my part to at least slow it down.
I tell you what. Your friend here, you're going to eventually want to find a certain set of books. But they're not going to be easy for you to locate. The ones that you need are all going to be marked by a single group. It's one that does not necessarily like to be known openly, if you will.
Okay.
But the Ravisicon are watching.
DM question: who the fuck is Ravisicon? I don't think I've heard
You've
that.
never heard that name in your fucking life.
Okay. And who is that?
It's a group. They care very much about things that go bump in the night.
In what way?
Roll me insight.
Come on, don't fuck me, you sack of shit.
They seem to study you for a moment, looking you over. Well, let's say that they have an old vested interest in trying to keep the night a little quiet. I tend to try and steer clear of them myself. But when you do enough research, as you've said, into enough things, their name begins to come up over and over again. Redactions, changes in books, marked only with an R.O. The Ravisicon organization seems to have its tendrils in quite a bit of society, but I don't care to look for them.
So this is player suspicion, but the character, I don't know if he has that knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
That description of a group of people that wants to make the night a little quieter, does that sound familiar to me with anyone I'd be close to?
Roll me history.
Okay. History is doing good tonight.
You remember one time when you were much younger, when your father went out on a hunt for the kingdom. One that he brought you along to help try and give you some training to kind of see how he went about things. And in that there was an individual that seemed to mostly be wearing white and gold that was talking to your father in a very dingy looking inn. He had a high hood, and despite the fact that your father normally met noblemen and people of high society, that guy had weapons. Not new weapons, not weapons that hadn't seen use. He was definitely somebody who had the look of the road the same as your father did. But this man wore a deep white hood. And all you could really see was his fine goateed mouth as he thanked your father.
Okay.
Don't worry about
Sure.
it.
And those books. I don't imagine there's any in the library here.
Well, all the ones here are going to be redacted.
Right. So you'd say one would have to go through
Well,
unusual means to get their hands on some of those books.
unusual means or straight to the source. That's your choice.
I doubt a secret order would have a public headquarters, do they?
No, probably not.
Right,
But
right.
I get the feeling if you keep poking your little nose into it as much as you want, like me, you'll eventually find one.
What could go wrong? Poking your nose in where it doesn't belong.
I know, right? As I wave my right hand.
Secret society? Let's poke our nose in there.
Yeah, let's figure out how this Assassin's Creed and Monster Hunter crossover turned out.
Not well. That's how it turns out. Not well.
Have you seen Helsing?
No.
Not the movie, but the anime.
He is definitely
know
not.
I
He has
don't watch
already
anime.
made that clear.
That's terrible.
Whoa. Guys, we're just talking about Halbrod here. That is singular, not plural.
See, I really wanted to make somebody that was more like this person. And yeah,
That looks like someone Okasio would have a great time with.
right? Bestest friends. And I'm sure that nobody is going to show up from that organization at any point in time. I'm sure I don't already have a mini for them or anything like that.
Well, then it's perfect if you don't.
When I kept finding their redactions and got a little curious, someone showed up and told me not to.
And where was that?
Well, at that time, I was down in Maywich, sitting in a tavern, having the most delightful stout. And there I was, sitting, reading a book that I had recently found, when this individual walks up to my table, sets down a bag of gold, puts a dagger to my throat, and takes my book. Told me,
And this individual, what were they wearing? White and gold?
Clothing, I think.
well, white and golden robes, yes. Mostly it was the dagger to my neck that I was looking at there. I couldn't really see his face, though. His hood was down pretty far.
Did they mention the dagger to the throat? This is very important.
The thing I remember!
In passing, yes.
They might have been a bit distracted by everything else.
Little hard to think about anything else with, blood.
Right. I wouldn't know anything about that.
Nope.
Ocasio would.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Well, this is the
We've
perfect
only
time, then.
fought demons and a vampire and all that shit.
Right. You guys have fought enough things to get here, but hey, maybe you'll find people that actually want to fight things too. And this is the
Yeah.
fun point to stop our session, of course, to